Oh man, I feel a distinct pain coming from my right hand. But I have to just get this down and get some of this out while it's still fresh on my mind, because I just barely hit the final credits of Pokémon Red. Look, the game shifted big time since the last time I posted. The maze puzzles found in the game, those doubled down. The sheer amount of enemies you have to wade through, figuratively and literally once you get the surf skill, that was the stuff of nightmares. But at the end of the day, really, two main Pokemon carried me through the game. One, Raphael, my starter Squirtle buddy, ended up evolving into a level 64 Blastoise that was an absolute beast. His final four abilities were Fissure, Bubble Beam, Ice Beam, and Hydro Pump, which actually ended up being a very weird combination of powerful hits that made his stamina a bit short-lived. By the end of the horrific Final Four and rival battle sequence, he was absolutely out of power. But 258,313 experience! That's a lot of clicking on the A button. 2. That Oddish that I named Beat Drop from the other post? Yeah. It evolved into a level 56 Vileplume, wielding the powers of Mega Drain, Acid, Cut, and Double Edge. The Double Edge Mana Drain combo? That was a thing of beauty, to be honest. Look, its stamina, that was great. Where Blastoise failed, Oddish succeeded. Its stamina won the day at the very end. I was barely scraping out a win, though, by using its Acid ability at the very end, which, by the way, after using the Acid Music software to create music for so many years, I had to laugh every time I saw Beat Drop use his Acid, because my Beat Drop hit a little rat-a-tat-tat with some Acid Music jams. That's what I was thinking. Can I just say how cool that Final Four and rival battle sequence was at the end? It's really no wonder this game did so well and spawned an entire Pokemon empire. That feeling of desperation when you finally beat Lance, thinking you're done and then realizing it's not over, oh my word, it was so good. I was sweating so hard in the final battle with John, my rival. I'm glad I beat that guy, even though I genuinely felt bad for him afterwards when Professor Oak was laying into him. Stupid John. Also, just a side comment about my own lack of patience. I really did not have the patience for some of the maze puzzles found in mid-game, and I had to start looking those up in strategy guides to save myself a bit of time. Team Rocket's hideout, finding the Warden's teeth in the Safari Zone, the Sylph Company's maze of teleporters. I mean, some of those were super confusing, especially when there was that part where you had to jump off of a balcony to the next floor down, but the balcony looked like a wall. What was that? I had no idea I could jump off of that. Now the only question that remains is, do I keep going? It's not over after the end credits, right? Yeah, I honestly don't know if I have it in me to do the post-game activities, but it is pretty tempting to see that Master Ball I picked up from the Sylph building boss to capture the level 70 Mewtwo Pokemon hiding down in the Cerulean Cave, as rumor has it. It also would be pretty great to get that Pikachu I was working up as a third. I want that to evolve into a Raichu. That would be pretty cool. When I told my son that the end credits were rolling, the first thing he said was, so hey, you gonna do a Nuzlocke for it now? That sheer thought made me shudder. There's no way. If anything, what I'd love to do with Pokemon is shift my sights to the modern day and have a playthrough of Pokemon Sword or Pokemon Shield. Anyway, thanks again to Jetsers for the wonderful game suggestion. I enjoyed myself. It was $10 well spent, and it gave me new eyes for looking at an old gaming franchise. I wish I could come up with a game idea that's just as genius as Pokemon, Maybe someday. Happy dueling.